had any children. Okay, all right. Are there any children around you?
I have two nieces. Well,
Two,
they're
two
second
nieces.
cousins.
Okay. Okay. It just because I'm picking up little girls around you, so that's what I wanted to find out. Now, Yasmin, are you also in school?
No,
Okay.
I'm not in school.
So you're out of school. Okay. So you want to know about your future.
Yeah.
Well, Yasmin, it seems like you and Purple both are kind of late night people. Do both of you like to stay up late?
Sometimes.
Okay. Do you
I
like
guess
to?
not so much, but
Oh, okay. Are you not working right now, or what?
I'm working.
You
I'm
are
working right
okay.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm not sure you're. Do you want to stay at this job, or it just seems like you're just going through the motions at this place?
Well, I've been there a long time. I like it,
You like
but
it?
there has been something else on my mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay. Well, it just seems like you and Purple both have um, uh, you both may want to get out of that area. I don't know why I'm picking that up from you as well, but it just seems that you want to if 5 years from now you may want to be in another place. And is there a man in your life?
Um, Not like officially, not like serious.
Okay, okay, because it seems like there is a boyfriend or there's someone on your mind. Okay,
Yeah.
and so you're kind of wondering if that's going to turn out to be anything. Okay, is this person a little
Hmm.
bit older than you?
No,
Okay,
he's
he's the
younger.
same age. He's younger. Okay,
No,
I don't know. I
younger
don't know
than me.
why he is younger than you. Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's just interesting energy with the two of you. Okay, so you want to. I'm seeing you do some exercise, or do you like to do a lot of exercise or moving around?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
I've been exercising.
you've been exercising. Okay, because
I'm doing
I'm
the
seeing
Zumba.
that. Okay, do you have any specific things about what you want to be doing? Do you do a lot of reading?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm seeing you doing a lot of reading, and I'm seeing you maybe even liking to fantasize or read novels or things like that. Is that right?
Yeah. I have
Okay.
been interested.
Now, have you ever wanted to do any kind of theater or acting or anything like that?
No.
Okay, because it just seems like you sometimes play roles. Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing that, but it just seems like you have different personas for different people. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
So
I,
it's like I say, I'm not
yeah.
sure that I'm giving you the information that you want, but do you ever go to Detroit or do you ever come into the United States?
Yep. Not
Okay.
Detroit, but in the States, yes.
Where do you go? Do you go to Chicago or it seems
New
like it's a
York.
big city? New York. Oh, it's a big city. Okay. Do you want to possibly live in New York at some point in time?
No.
No, okay, because it just seems that you do well in a big city or a big environment like that. So
I do
um,
love the city.
you love the city,
Love
okay?
Toronto.
You
Hmm.
love Toronto, okay? Because I don't know why I'm seeing you liking to model or have your picture taken or something like that. Do you ever have an interest in that?
Oof, a long time ago, but no, not recently or anything.
Not recently. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what you're looking for, but it just seems that you seem like you must be content in your job. But I feel like you've got your job pretty much down. You know exactly what to do, and you have a good routine there. Um, so it just seems that in the next 5 years, you may not be in the city that you're in if you so choose to change the energy in your life. Okay. Okay. So do you have any other particular questions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Thank
All
you very
right.
much, John.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for
Okay.
calling
Bye
in.
bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, the impressions that these two young ladies are giving are they must stay at home a lot, or they must
Mm-hmm.
not get out as much as I'm trying to push to see
Mm-hmm.
where what's going on. But it just seems like they didn't want to give up a lot of information or verify a lot of information.
Right. And
So
right. So hard to.
that's that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll
So
see what other callers call in.
right. So how do you, when you see spirits or spirit guides or whatever crossed over loved ones, how do you see them, and do they appear to you in a certain way or format, or can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, for me, there is a little bit of a format that they have. A lot of times, if it's a father or a grandfather, they appear over the right shoulder. If they're a mother or grandmother, that's over the left shoulder. If it's a spouse or a brother or a sister, it's usually off the shoulder.
Mm.
Or a friend, someone that might be a contemporary of that particular person. If it's a child, many times I see them in front. Why it works that way with me, I can't tell you. I can't tell you if it works that way with other people. They just have to tell you if that's works for them. But those are the energies that I see. And cats and dogs, animals often appear in front. Now,
Interesting.
I should tell you too that sometimes it's when you're seeing things around people, it's like being underwater and
Hmm.
opening your eyes. And when you if you've ever open your eyes underwater, you notice that there's certain things that are blurry. And for instance, the lady with the cat, I said it was a small dog. Well, so, if you are looking and at a cat and it's blurry, you might mistake it for a small dog. Okay,
Right.
so
Right. Right.
so that's why I sometimes I can be incorrect. A lot of times you have to go with the energy. How does it feel? It
Right.
felt like a dog, but it was a cat. Sometimes cats act like dogs.
So basically, you're getting information, you're feeling, sensing something, and you have to kind of decipher through that through a process of
Right.
the different things that you receive. So, okay.
hmm So,
Um, okay, just wanted to remind again our audience, you can call in for a brief reading at 888-919-2355. I have a question from the audience, wanting to know, when they're working with objects or investigations, how does somebody tell the difference between like an active energy of spirit or spirits or residual energy, something that just keeps reoccurring?
if you notice it moving, it's not residual.
Okay.
It
Well,
will.
what if, let's say, for instance, what if somebody had a habit of doing something over and over again and they are moving? Is that, can that be a residual energy or is that active? Like, for instance, if they walked in the same door every day, you see this energy of a spirit walking through the door every day. Is that type of a residual energy, or is there some, I guess,
Well,
how do you just discern the difference, I guess?
a lot of times residual energy will allow you to tap in active energy.
Okay.
Okay, and the residual energy can be an act. For instance, if you will if you walk into a room where there was, let's say, a fight or a murder,
Hmm.
you will feel that trauma, and you could relive that moment when that person was injured, and that person's soul could have gone somewhere else, but that trauma, that energy imprint is still left there. Okay,
Hmm.
and so there is usually a link between that residual energy and a spirit. And it's often that when I'm holding an object that of, let's say, a grandmother or someone like that, I'll pick up different events in their life, but then it will be an energy string toward that particular spirit.
Okay.
Okay, so some people call it cords, but it can lead to the actual active energy.
Interesting. Okay. A question for you: have you ever experienced the energy of what people would call ETs or aliens, or have you ever had that type of energy appear before you, or what do you feel about that?
Yes, ETs and extraterrestrials come from another dimension, and you recognize them by the frequency that they resonate. So the ET energy will resonate differently than a loved one in spirit or an angel or even a guide. They all have different frequencies, and you will notice those frequencies over a period of time. For instance, there will be instances when a person will walk into a room and they have all these entities, or they'll have these ETs attached to them or with them, walking in the room with them, and you can see them. You notice that they are there. The extraterrestrials. They may also have relatives with them as well, but there's a gentleness, or there's a different type of energy that's associated with a crossed over loved one. Have you experienced some ETs, Michelle?
Yes, in a sense, I guess. I've had
Okay.
a lot of different experiences, so I'm just curious what,
That,
not seen anything, but just, energy of, so just
so
curious.
so you've felt the energy of an ET?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you recognize that over and above possibly a grandfather or another spirit or entity around you.
Oh, yes, definitely. Most definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that each of them resonates a different energy.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. All right, we have another question.
Okay.
We have another one interesting. Fuzzy Puff. If you don't see a spirit, or let's see, if you don't see a spirit, can you still give a reading? I
Yes.
guess. Okay.
Yes. There is a difference between a psychic reading and a mediumship reading. The psychic readings, which I've been pretty much giving to this evening, are about the energies that are around a specific person and events in their life. Like Irv that called in, he was interested in the energy that's around him, about the financial problems, about the illnesses, about the things that he was experiencing. Whereas with Ted, he has this child that was miscarried, and there was the feeling of a little girl around him, and the feeling of an entity or the feeling of another presence around you is a mediumship reading. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Because
All right. Well, I know that you've mentioned you have a radio program and a newsletter. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yes, my radio program is on Wednesdays at 12 noon Central Standard Time. It's on Blog Talk Radio, and you just find it by going to Blog Talk Radio / John Cappello. And it is at 12 noon on Wednesdays. And I broadcast live, and I take a different topic every week. I usually do them on a monthly basis, but I break out a main topic. And last month I did crystals, and I talked about different crystals that are my favorites.
Okay.
And not necessarily my favorites, but crystals that I thought would be interesting for people to hear about. And so next month I'm going to start a new round of topics. I'm going to be talking about mind reading, and I'm going to be talking about clairaudience. But this past month, when I was talking about crystals, I started talking about citrine, and the reason why I started talking about citrine is because it's the stone of abundance.
Mm.
And right now, I think we all can use a little bit of abundance. and and it's a stone that never needs clearing, and it's kind of fun to be around. It's an orange
Interesting.
quartz,
Yeah.
and so it's a good stone to have. And I know you want to hear about the newsletter, but while we have some time, I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about these topics, if that's
All
okay.
right. Absolutely.
And so I feel like if you're a little bit depressed, or you're a little bit lonely, or you need a little bit of boost, if you get some citrine, the citrine will help bring some prosperity into your life, because it is called the prosperity stone. And pick the stones that resonate with you. They say
Okay.
that the owners come to crystals.
Mhm.
You don't just pick up a crystal. You pick up a crystal that is meant to be yours. And
Interesting.
so citrine is a good stone to have. They also say that if you keep a citrine crystal in your pocket, or in your purse or wallet, you'll never go broke.
That's
So
awesome. That's actually one of my favorites, and I have one, and I love it when I feel good when I wear it. So I'm going to pull it back out and start using it again.
okay,
Um,
good.
well, how do crystals help with psychic work, with your abilities? How do they affect it? How do you use
Well,
them?
you use them either to help open up your chakras, or to ground you, and they can just give you a little extra boost. Quartz crystal is good for that. Amethyst and other crystals help in those areas as well. But you just need to find the ones that you resonate to.
Hmm.
And some help with mediumship, and others help with just your clairvoyance. And amethyst is good for clairvoyance. But you might want to get some rose quartz. Rose quartz helps you with your confidence, and it's a good stone to have to make you feel loved. It's about self love, and it may help bring love into your life as well.
Mm.
And so it's a matter of using these stones where you need the energy. If you ever have your Vedic astrology chart done, then in Vedic astrology, they let you know where the weak points are in your chart. And they have a set of gemstones, whether it be ruby or jade or diamond or whatever, that will help you counteract the negative or lower points or weaker points of your chart. And so a lot of times you may see a person from India with a necklace with certain jewels on it. And the reason why they have that is because they know their chart, you
Okay.
see.
All right.
Now, I was just going to tell you about another stone, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Are you familiar with obsidian stones?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you know what they're used for? Or
You could probably give me a little more information than I have.
okay, right. Okay. Well, the obsidian is called the sobriety stone,
Mhm.
and it is a stone that is used in 12-step programs because it helps remove negative energy, and it helps you change behavior. And a lot of times, obsidian stones can be used in offices where there might be a lot of difficult personalities, uh, or it can be used at a place like an AA lodge, Alcoholics Anonymous lodge, or it can be used to help ground children, because a lot of times children have just if there's a problem child, or there's some other issues, it can help ground them. Now, I also caution people that no, they're not for throwing; they're for throw at each other.
Yes.
But they are good stones to have for grounding, and to help change behavior too. So
Yeah.
they're nice to have.
It seems like you're saying it's they choose you or you choose what you need. Every time I've gone to like a crystal shop, when you start touching or feeling or going towards a certain crystal, you pick it up and I always just know which one I want. It's just a certain feel about it. And so is there a good place where somebody could find crystals? Do you know of a good source?
Well, online is a good source. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
looking up crystal stores online is a good place. Some people have asked me if if they're going to get the right stone if they order it online. Well, the answer would be yes, and
Mhm.
the answer is yes because they send you the stone that you're supposed to have.
Hmm.
So crystals are fun to have, and sometimes I lead crystal digs. I take people to Arkansas with me because Arkansas happens to have some of the best quartz crystal in the world. Arkansas and Brazil. It's amazing. They're so far apart, but both of those places have extraordinary quartz crystals, and a lot of people, a lot of computer manufacturers from Japan go to Arkansas to get those particular crystals, and they have wonderful mines where you can go and do your own digging and get some beautiful quartz crystal points.
Hmm.
So it's
Wow.
it's fun to do.
Do you
So
offer these outings like through your website or at times kind of organized gatherings?
I
If,
do. I organize them through my meetup sites. If you've ever heard of meetup.com,
Mhm.
I have the Dallas Visionaries meetup and the Houston Visionaries meetup groups, and I have quite a number of members. I have another one called Beyond Metaphysics, and I have over 1,000 members in my meetup groups. And when we want to go crystal digging, I just put it on there, and we go. And right now, I'm offering a cruise. Actually, I'm doing a cruise in September. We're going to the Chichen Itza ruins, the Mayan ruins, in Mexico. We're going to be leaving Galveston and going to Mexico on September 23rd. And if any of your listeners want to join us, they can just go to my website and see how to sign up. So, in celebration of 2012. I'd like to bring people to see where the Mayan ruins actually existed, and so we can learn a little bit more about their culture and understand their philosophy and how they lived, and the impact that their culture and philosophy has on us today. So
Hmm.
it's a
Great.
wonderful thing. So
Okay. So they can if you want to find out more about John, just again visit him at johncappello.com, and it's Cappello, and be able to check into what services he provides and pre-order the book. Is that correct on your website?
yes, they can just send me an email and I'll write
Send you
their.
an email. Okay. And again, the book is titled "Open the Mind, Exercise the Soul." Is there any last thoughts you'd like to share about your book, or what you'd like to get across through offering this book to others?
Well, I want to get across to people that we are not just physical beings; we're spiritual beings as well, and that in order for us to live a full life, we need to tap into not only our physical abilities, but the abilities that our souls offers as well. And that gives us a more complete experience while we're here in this body, in our bodies. And if we are open-minded and willing to learn about how we have extensions of our physical senses, then we can have a more fulfilling life.
Okay, great. That sounds awesome. We had one more question here. It looks like. Let's see. Wanted to, in order to reiterate some of the psychic abilities. Just I don't know how much time we have for this, but what are some basic methods that you could give us briefly that people can use to improve their skills?
Okay, it's like I was saying with your psychic feelings. Go through that inventory of feelings, and when you are developing your clairvoyance, you may get flashes of pictures around you. And if you get a flash of a picture, you may not be able to see the detail. But if you try to memorize it, then you can go back and look at the picture some more from the mental image that you had. But even if you don't get the mental image, then you go through that exercise I was giving you earlier. What did I feel about that picture? what did I see? What detail did I see? What did I hear about it? And what do I just know about that particular picture? Is there danger there? Is it a symbol that I need to be aware of? So on and so forth. You develop an inventory of images in your mind. In the same way with your clairaudience. And clairaudience is a very unique psychic sense. They're all singular in their way, but for instance with clairaudience, a lot of times they'll say clairaudience has to do with the divine ear. It's like hearing the voice of God, and some people and a lot of preachers you will see on TV say that God told them this or God told them that, and they truly feel they have heard the voice of God. And so you have to listen. Especially when you're praying. If you're praying, you may hear the voice of God, or you may hear an angel, or you may hear a loved one speaking to you. So it's about raising your awareness, paying attention, using your physical senses as a guideline to help you develop your psychic senses, and even your remote psychic senses. Which are including your remote vision, your remote hearing, your remote feelings, and so on and so forth.
That's great. Okay. Well, looks like our time has dwindled down very quickly. It was a pleasure, John, to have you join us. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, and just audience, again, just check out John Cappello if you'd like to know more about him at johncappello.com. And we're Epic Voyages, and you can find us at epicvoyages.com. Please tune in with us next week for next Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. Our host will be Dr. Laurel Tague, and her guest will be Dr. Sam Zmonagich, and he'll be discussing the Bosmanian pyramids and something very fascinating. So please stay in touch. Thank you so much, John.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for being with us tonight. Please join us again next Monday evening for Extraordinary Phenomena Investigations Council's Epic Voyages. I'm Roger Peacock for Epic. Until next time.